Hello, my name is Sarah Hernandez,
And I'm Tony Hines.
and we are the social media specialist here at the Floriology Digital Marketing Program. So we're going to start in a few minutes, but first I would like to share with you some of the exciting things that are happening here at the Floriology Institute. As many of you know, on a weekly basis on our Facebook page and on our Instagram, we post a lot of informational blogs as well as posts. We like to share educational tutorials. Jackie Lacey does the design time. So stay tuned if you want to learn more about best business practice for the floral industry, as well as some design tips by Jackie Lacey. So right now, okay, we had our colleague tell us to scoot over a little bit because you guys can't see us. So I hope this is good right now. So I just wanted to remind you of what's happening here at the Floriology Institute. April 7th to 11th, we're having our Wedding Bliss and Plan Price Place special events class. So if you're interested in learning more about business, about wedding business and design, this is a class you would want to sign up for. You can go to our website, floriologyinstitute.com, and click on register and register for that course. We also have June 9th to 11th, there's certification and competition class. So if you are wanting to get certified, this is a great class where Jackie Lacey will give you those tips. So go on our website and check what they're about and register today. So since it's already 4, we're gonna start with our webinar. So thank you so much for joining us today, for your time. And today, Tony and I will be talking about how to create creative social media posts to promote your prom business this season. So we're going to show you how to create a simple post you can create, as well as give you some different ideas that you can implement in your business. So right now, if you can hear me and everything's well, could you please raise your hand?
Okay, so one person.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. It's great to see. And if you have any questions throughout the webinar, please feel free to ask them to us. And at the end, we'll answer all those questions that you have. We're here to answer those questions. So let's get started. So first, let's talk about who are we targeting when we're talking about prom?
So we're mainly targeting 2 different types of groups. We're targeting the Gen Zs and we're targeting their parents. So Gen Zs would be anyone ages 7 through 22 years old. So they're born in 1997 through 2012. These are the ones that are actually in high school right now doing the prom. And then
so it's crazy to think that millennials are not in high school anymore.
Right,
it's the Gen Z. So here are some statistics of what social media platforms they're using.
Yeah, so for Gen Zs, YouTube is the big one. It's the big one to use. So you're going to use YouTube. 85% of Gen Zs use YouTube. 72% use Instagram. 69% use Snapchat. 51% use Facebook, and 32% use Twitter. And this is on a daily, regular basis. So if you're really wanting to engage with this target market, the main platforms you would want to use would be YouTube and Instagram. And so when you're targeting these people, these Gen Zs, they're really looking for more personal and more individualized style. So you're going to kind of really push this whole, you can be yourself, you can do what you want to do, dress how you want to dress, use sparkle, use bling. Really encourage that in your post when you're talking and when you're targeting these Gen Zs.
Yeah, and that's why it's very important when you're talking about prom flowers to have different styles, and in these social media posts show them that you can do the traditional bling corsage and boutonniere, but you can also do something a bit more modern with succulents, something different. So showing your social media post what you can do can show them that they can be themselves and show a little bit more of their personality in their prom. So if they don't want to be like the traditional, they can go out and purchase a boutonniere and a corsage that defines who they are. And the other set of group of people is parents, and parents go from the millennials, Gen Z, to the boomers. So these people are from 38 to 73 years old. And as a whole in the US, adults use 73% YouTube, 68% Facebook, 35% Instagram, 29% Pinterest, and 20% Snapchat. So you can see that YouTube is important as a whole. So if you have a YouTube channel, you will be able to reach from the Gen Z to
their parents,
to the baby boomers. So YouTube is very important. But if we look at the second one is Facebook. More than half of adults in the US use Facebook. So here we can see that even though for the Gen Z, Facebook is not the priority, for the parents, Facebook is to go to. So even though there are some rumors that Facebook might be dying, it's not.
It's not.
Maybe Gen Zs are not using it as much, but the rest of the population are. So we believe it will remain. So today we'll focus more on Facebook and Instagram because we understand that YouTube making videos might not be up the alley of everyone.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit more intimidating, even though we do encourage you guys to have a YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking more about Facebook and Instagram.
And with Facebook and Instagram, unlike YouTube, these are things that you don't have to spend the most amount of time on. You have to spend some time on it if you want to, perfect your strategy and your posting. But as opposed to YouTube, Facebook and Instagram don't take as much time and resources to do. So as a busy florist, these are good platforms for you to utilize.
Yeah, so yeah, for sure. If you're a florist, you're late if you don't have a Facebook and if you don't have an Instagram. And also something very interesting is that you can link your Facebook and your Instagram accounts. So if you make that post on Instagram, it will automatically go to your Facebook. So there you are saving some time. And you can see in the center, one of the two most important things is that people want affordable prices and for them to look nice. So Gen Z and parents are looking for that good price, those good deals, as well as for it to look pretty. So that's something to keep in mind too. So let's talk more about being social this prom season. So how are we going to push our brand? We can do this by doing two things. We can create unique, engaging content. So you take those pictures, you post those pictures, you follow some of the ideas we're going to share with you in a couple of moments, or you can leverage your customers' photos.
Or a combination of both.
Yes, or both. So these are two ways you can do that. So when we're talking about leveraging customers' content and photos, remember to ask them to tag you in their post, as well as using those tags in Instagram. So remember, on Facebook, you want them to tag you. For instance, Tony goes to prom, and then he has that boutonniere, and I'm selling flowers to him. You would want to encourage him to, hey, remember, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we are on Twitter, follow us, and when you post that picture, tag us and we will feature you. I bet those high schoolers would love to be featured on your Facebook because they feel like a little celebrity.
Yeah, a little glamour comes with it.
Yes. So that is a great way to show the people on your network that you're relevant and that the Gen Z this Gen Z population are using your products. And on Instagram, you can create your own hashtag. So for instance, you can create hashtag Tony's Flower Shop Prom and ask all of your customers to use that hashtag on their Instagram posts. That way you can, when you search that Tony's Flower Shops Prom, then you'll see everyone that tagged you in that post, as well as ask them to tag you too. So these are two ways you can grab that content and show people that you're relevant.
So when creating a Facebook post about prom, we're going to show you a quick little snippet, a little video. So you want to obviously add in your text, you want to add in photos, and you want to add in a link or contact information so people can actually access the product or visit your website. It's that call to action that you're looking for, so you want to include that in your post. So in this post, we have coordinating your prom flowers. Coordinate your prom flowers with your dress can be a really fun process. Let us help. Visit our website and see what we have in store. So your ultimate goal is to bring people to your shop any way possible.
To your shop or to your website.
And then so at the end, you see that we have the call to action, see what we have in store, and then we have the link. Then you're going to go ahead and add the photo, something that correlates with the text you're saying. And that it really just goes hand in hand with this post.
Yeah, and ideally you would put a photo of a boutonniere or a corsage that you've already done. And you don't need to create a new one just to take the picture. You can just take the pictures with your phone. You don't need a fancy camera of those boutonnieres that are going out. And you know, something you could do is that when your customer comes to pick it up, you can ask them to hold it or put it on for you. So then you're just having that opportunity to tag your client, but also you don't need to use those flowers to just create a Facebook post.
Yeah, with Facebook and social media, as Sarah was saying, like you could really start partnering up with these people. The beauty about social media is that it's a networking platform. So this allows you, when, as Sarah says, when you're tagging people, the beauty of it is that when someone tags you, their followers would then see it as well. So you're not only just incorporating your practices, you're not only incorporating your business and influencing the people that you're selling to, but you're also influencing their friends and network as well. So the more that you can partner up with other people, having them share photos and talk about the experience, talk about the flowers and the arrangements and things that you provided for them, the better it is for your business.
Yeah, because if as a high schooler it was very easy and simple to purchase a corsage and boutonniere, I'm gonna tell my friends. And if I see a beautiful picture of my friend that was tagged from a flower shop, I'm more likely to go there instead of going to a competitor's that I don't have any information about. So I know that my friends used it, I'm gonna use it too. It's kind of like a review.
Yeah.
And same thing goes with Instagram, right? You would put a picture, you would make sure to tag, and in the copy you can have the same post, and then you would add type of hashtags. Tony, would you recommend?
I would say hashtag prom flowers, hashtag perfect for prom, hashtag ready for the season. What else would you say?
Yeah, hashtag prom flowers, your location. So remember, when it comes to Instagram and hashtags, you can put up to 30 hashtags, but putting 30 hashtags is too much. It looks a little bit like spam, or like you're trying to reach everyone. So limit yourself from 3 to 7 hashtags.
Yeah.
And then you can go from prom flowers to prom flowers
in whatever city
Jacksonville.
You're in. Yeah.
So perfect prom flowers. So go from very broad prom flowers to your local area. So yes. Okay, so here we're going to give you some quick ideas of prom posts that you can do.
Promposals. So
Yes.
promposals are very important to high schoolers. So it's pretty much like a wedding proposal, but for high school, you're asking someone to be your prom date, not your forever lover, but your prom date.
But
so
it's a big thing
it's a big thing
in high school.
It is. I mean, it's the biggest thing at that point in your life. It's like, I need to nail this. I need to make this something special. So with your promposals, you can help leverage this in many ways. Flowers are extremely helpful for promposals because of the fact that high schoolers feel when they're nervous and they don't know how to speak or don't know how to really ask someone to be
it's
like their
intimidating.
And if you're afraid to ask that person, your crush, to be your prom date, if you have like a beautiful bouquet of flowers to go along with it, it's a lot easier to just hand someone flowers and say, hey, can you be my prom date, rather than having to formulate this big, huge speech and how to ask them and stuff like that. So it really helps people really get rid of like their nerves just by having that flower in there. But yeah, so you really want to be able to leverage your flowers in your business the most. So by doing that, you can, you want to give it some ideas about?
Yeah, so as you can see in the middle, when they're doing their promposal, they have flowers, they have balloon, and they have blush. So in your social media, you can create a post saying, we have everything perfect for your promposal. And you can tell the people, like, not only on your social media, but also on your physical store, that you have this promposal packages. So this would be, you get a corsage, a boutonniere, a bouquet to ask for promposal, balloons, and plush, and you make it a package, and this you would price accordingly to what you have set up. But this way you're creating a value package for that Gen Z.
A one-stop shop.
A one-stop shop. So you can create those promposal packages where you're giving them everything they need to make this the best and perfect time of their lives. And okay, so you have given them their promposal package. Now you ask them to tag you on those pictures. So
we know that they're going to be taking pictures and videos of Snapchats of the event. So
yeah, so if you go online and you search promposal, many of those pictures go viral. So if you're able to, and viral, we mean like many people like it, many people follow it. So if you get a chance of having like a high schooler that puts your picture there and tags your flower shop, your post will have a lot of exposure. Another idea that Tony came up with was, do you want to share the unique proposal?
It's just about the chairs.
Yes,
so
there's
a couple of different ideas that you can do. Not the traditional or typical way that you would really use flowers, but you can create a scenarios with your with the flower in your flower shop. So you can have like a backdrop that's just perfectly painted out with flowers and petals around it, and have high schoolers come in there and do their promposals there. It'll be a nice backdrop that they can use. And
you can create a Facebook event for this. Like, come celebrate your promposal, and create a beautiful backdrop for people to take the picture and tag you in it. So what we want to create with social media is create those experiences that people will share. And it's a matter of bringing, social media is great, but we want to integrate the physical store so we want to create a seamless, it should be a seamless strategy. What you're doing on your social media should tie up with what you're doing on your physical store to what you're doing on your website. So if you create these moments, these events, and you promote them on social media, you will very likely have a better return. Okay, so now let's talk about the next idea. It's going beyond flowers. So prom is not only about flowers, it's also about getting the perfect dress, about getting the jewelry, getting the promposals. Many people nowadays, you can search online and see that people prompose with a box of donuts or chocolates. Many girls go to the nail salon, to the hair salon. Many of them rent limos. So reaching out to companies that already do this for prom can be a great idea to leverage the two networks. So for instance, if you say with your boutonniere and with your corsage, you get a box of chocolate to give your date, and you partner up with the local bakery and you tag the local bakery, then you're expanding that network, and people that know the bakery but do not know you will have exposure to your flower shop.
Yeah, it's all about that collaboration.
Yeah, and that partnership that you can have. So I don't know, think of partnering up with the bakeries, the hair salons, the limos. Something very interesting that one of our clients did was they opened up a pop-up vintage store of dresses. So they made this post asking people to come to their store and they would buy their used prom dresses. And they would buy them, and now they're selling them, and they're promoting this on their social media, and people love it. As you can see, this post reached 1,000 people, and it has a lot of likes and shares because people are looking so now people go buy the dress, and guess where they're going to buy the flowers? They're going to go to their flower shop and buy the flowers. Yeah. So this is a way to just incorporate not only flowers, which they definitely need. Flowers are like a staple of prom, but also
just the various aspects of the whole prom itself.
Yeah, so this is just another idea to go beyond flowers.
And another idea that would be very awesome for you all florists to do, or to at least try out, would be leveraging ambassadors and doing this on social media. So this would be posting on your social media, on your Facebook or your Instagram, saying that you are looking for these ambassadors to help promote your business. You're going to be bringing people in by using ambassadors. So they're going to be out there, they're going to be telling their friends, hey, I just got like this tuxedo, I just got this, I'm sorry, I just got this this arrangement from this flower shop. And by doing that, they're going to be telling all their friends and all their friends, all their friends. So the more friends that they bring in, you can give them an incentive on, you can give them money to help pay for their tuxedo or pay for their dress or for their jewelry by the amount of people that they're able to bring in.
Oh, you can even do it with the flowers. Let's say we call out, we want to recruit Tony's Flower Shop's ambassadors for prom, and then you have the high schoolers come sign up, and then they will get a discount for their corsages and their boutonnieres. So, and if you can also use promo codes, you can recruit those high schoolers and give them, like, for a specific high school, they get a promo code. So this is another idea here. One of our clients, Patterson's Flowers, is doing this. They also have a tuxedo rental in their flower shop. So here you can see in the post, they say, earn money towards your tux rental this prom. We need prom ambassadors for our school, for our area schools. Call, and then see there they have what they want, the call to action, and a pretty picture. So just as we showed you. And now let's blog about it.
When you're blogging, it really helps to create a conversation. Blogs are more about lifestyle and about talking and answering these questions that people have to ask. So as a florist, it doesn't mean that you should just stay away from blogging. You should totally be involved in blogging, even though you're not going to be answering all the questions just about flowers. You want to be involved in this whole lifestyle type of conversation about prom itself. So some of the different blog topics that you could talk about would be prom flower styles, guide on buying corsages and boutonnieres, a prom checklist, or how to ask someone to prom. So this pretty much just gets you into the whole conversation as a whole. So when people are searching for different things that aren't related to flowers, they still might fall back onto your website, see your website, and find some useful information. And then when they are looking for flowers, they're going to be thinking about you and go to you.
Yeah, and you would create your blog, put it on your website, and then put it on your social media so it can be distributed. So that blog of prom flower styles is directly related to what are the prom flowers that you can offer, and that also taps into the Gen Z wanting an individualized style. So you know your target, you're going to create a a blog that talks to your clients. And right now, we can talk a little bit about SEO. And Google is trying to rank better those blogs that are talking about relevant things that people are asking. So I might ask myself, what are the best prom flower styles? So this would be a blog you would write about. But also, as a florist, as someone that's interested in prom, I can ask the question, how to ask someone to prom. So you don't necessarily have to just write about flowers, but also write about those questions, as Tony said. And here we have an example of one of the blogs we have created for some of our clients in our program, everything you need for prom and more. So here we're discussing the things that a high schooler would need. So we push this to our social media so that high schooler will see it and be able to be informed. So it's about that conversation and education.
So we're going to finish this up in a little bit, but before we do, so we have a couple of points that we just want to make sure that you all remember. It's just some key takeaways from today's webinar. So remember, be social. That's what we're here for. We're just here to teach you about social media, so we want you to be social. This is very important. You need to be on social media, and you need to be posting. You need to be within this conversation. You need to be involved.
Yeah, I remember back then the only way you could communicate with your customer was by putting out a flyer. Right now you have this free way of communication.
Free and instant.
And you can get feedback too.
So you want to remember a couple of things. So social media targeting. So we're targeting the Gen Zs, and we're targeting their parents, whether it be millennials or baby boomers. So you need to manipulate your language and your tone when you're constructing these posts, because you're not going to talk to a 50-year-old the same way you would talk to a 15-year-old. You also need to remember to simply post and post simple. So just make sure that since this is a prom season, you want to continuously be within that conversation. As I said, you want to continuously show that you're engaged within prom, but you also want to make sure your posts are very engaging as well.
And you can do this by just creating that simple post, photo, what you're about, the different styles you offer, the contact information or website, or you can create that unique content, which would be like the ideas that we gave you. You also can look into leveraging customers' content. So remember to ask them to tag you and use that hashtag that you can create. Some of the ideas we shared with you, the promposal package, partnering up with other businesses that have a stake into the prom business, and using ambassadors. So this ways our social media is about being social, about partnering up with your customers, with other businesses. So this way your customers get to be featured and you give them that special moment in your social media, and you're also helping those other local businesses, which we all want to promote. So right now we are open to questions. Okay, so if you have any questions, please let us know.
There we go. Let's see if we can click this.
Yeah, do we have any questions?
No questions.
Okay, so, well, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope this social media insight on prom was helpful for you and your shop. So if you don't have any questions now, but if you have any questions later, make sure to email Tony or I. You can email us at floriology@bluenet.net, and we can answer your social media questions not only for prom, but also in general. If you have trouble with your Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Pinterest, we're here as to help this floral industry. So we want to see local flower shops do well and flourish. And we know that social media sometimes is hard. Yeah, we would just want to extend a hand and say, email us. And remember, at the Floriology Institute, we are always pushing content for your business, for design. Yeah, so thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.